Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Good morning. Good morning. Because I'm going to premiere this around 9 a.m., okay? But y'all know this is a quick little gossip chat. Who said that? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? People. Okay? People said these things. But let's get into y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun. Okay, y'all know to this channel, to my secondary channel, click and subscribe. Okay, y'all know to do a couple things, liking and commenting and sharing, relaxing, centering yourself, inhaling. Do these things that we know that you're supposed to do to keep yourself calm, cool, and collected or whatever. Okay, do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on TikTok, on IG, on Twitter, on CashApp, all these things, because all those things support me as y'all say for YouTube. Okay, I know I am one of your faves, so go ahead and do that. Okay, but y'all don't like and subscribe. I am here. Okay, I am here and whatnot. Let's go ahead and get into the things that I want to discuss with the foolishness round here. Well, some stuff is foolishness, some stuff is more serious, but I want to get into that first thing first. Let's go ahead and give condolences to Nick Cannon and to Alyssa Scott. They shared a 5-month-old Zen Cannon, and Nick announced on his Red Nights radio show, on his TV show, talk show today, that the son, who was again 5 months, that he passed away on Sunday. He had a rare form of a brain cancer, which is called hydrocephalus, and it's when fluid builds up on the brain, and they put a shunt in to try to relieve the pressure from some of the fluid in the kid's brain, but he ended up not getting better. He ended up passing away, and it was so sad. I feel like, for Nick to have been trending on social media on Monday about, his penis, and then to find out what he had been going through, okay, dealing with losing his child. So we have deep condolences for not only Nick, but for mom, Alyssa Scott. That was her first child, and it's a horrible thing for any parent to have to endure. We did see a little videos, different photos that they have posted on both of their social medias of him being a happy baby. Nick brought up that when he was born and he was younger, because he was only 5 months, how, he did notice his son had a bigger head. He did notice, difficulty breathing and things like that. And I used to work for a doctor's office with neurosurgeons, and one of those neurosurgeons happened to be a doctor who was a pediatric. She was a pediatric neurosurgeon, and she worked with children who had that, and she was the one placing the shunts. So it is a very traumatic situation. To hope your child gets better when the shunt is put in, but then unfortunately for Zen, he did not make it. It's just like, I don't know what, like, it's just so sad to hear, because no one wants to hear anyone say how their child who was 5 months passed away. So again, send them well wishes, send them condolences, send them prayers and healing light and positivity and this good vibes to both of them and their families, because again, they lost a child, the siblings lost a sibling, a lot is going on. So we want to be sure to send them only good vibes and good vibes only. Okay, now we're going to move over from that and go over to some, drunk white men chronicles of Beverly Hills. Okay, now we know the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's a popular show. Now Dorit, okay, is on the show. Excuse me, and her husband PK. Okay, now sometimes we like PK, sometimes we do not. Most of the time we don't like Dorit because she talks too damn much. But again, it is what it is. Now we know a few, like last month I think it was, someone broke into their home, okay, and robbed them. What robbed Dorit? Because Dorit was there, he wasn't there. At gunpoint. So we know that just recently happened or whatever. Well, just the other day, PK was arrested for being drunk and driving. Driving and drunk. I'm like, mm. Drunk White Man Chronicles of Beverly Hills. Now, he did admit, he went out to dinner, he had some wine, and he regrets not going ahead and finding somebody else to drive him home or some other kind of way to get home. This is my rule. I feel like sometimes when you are so rich, okay, that you can really not have to worry about driving yourself home. I don't get why you drive yourself to the restaurant when you know you're gonna drink and you can't drive home. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Look, I have driven drunk once. Okay, where I knew for a fact I should not be driving. Okay, I was 31, maybe. Maybe 32. 31, 32, I don't know. And we went to a club after work, a little after hour bar or whatever. And the bar was supposed to have food. So we did not eat lunch. Got to the bar and the kitchen was closed. I'm like, how the fuck the kitchen closed? It's 5:15. It's happy hour after work on a Friday. The kitchen should be open. We need food to soak up this liquor. The issue was we was already about 4 drinks in when we figured out the kitchen was closed. So all that liquor and no food made us some drunk fools, okay? And I had to drive home. When I tell you I drove the slowest I can remember driving, I took the street, not the freeway. I called my mom. I stopped at Coney Island because I needed some food to soak up the liquor. I for sure was sleeping in the driveway, the drive through the Coney Island. But I just kept talking to my mom, and she was like, "Jaylee, just come to the house." I'm like, "No, I want to go home and get my own bed. I'm just driving." She know I was. I'm just driving home, but I knew, girl, you should not be driving, but you have to get home. And I was already driving by the time I called my mom, and she was pissed off. Okay, but she talked to me all the way home. I drove slow, windows down, air in my face, and that was how I made it. Now, once I parked the car in my drive in my parking lot, I wanted to sleep in my car because I was so tired and drunk. She's like, "No, get out the car, go in the house, and once I hear you in the house, then I'll hang up. Because if not, I'm on my way to the house right now." Okay, and I got the car and I puked in the yard of my building, and I've never puked before from drinking. Never. That's how drunk I was. Okay, and plus I didn't have any food on my stomach, and I went out, and it was bad, and I've never drank like that and drove ever because I'm like, I knew I was too drunk, which made me call like, "Ma, I'm drunk. Okay, I got the windows down, but I need you to talk to me so I don't fall asleep as I'm driving." She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, I'm driving down Gratiot. Okay, I'm just driving. And it was like, at this point, it's like 2 a.m. Full on. So I was a black woman. It would have been Black Woman Drinking Chronicles of Detroit. Okay. But PK ass got arrested. I did not. Okay. And I ain't did that shit since. And I'm about to be 40. He's like 60. Okay. Anyway, but he wasn't in jail long. Okay. He out or whatever. But I'm like, PK, get your ass a driver. Okay. You rich enough, get you a damn driver. Anyway, let's move on from the drunken white man chronicles of Beverly Hills. Let's move on to who we got? Okay, a gag order for his baby mama. He need one for his dick. Okay, so y'all know Tristan. Tristan, y'all know I call that man third trimester Tristan because he always does BS in the woman's third trimester. Now this right here, okay, is baby mama number 3. Marley, Marilee, Marley, I don't know, something Nichols. Okay, you see it spelled right there. That's her pregnant right here in the black shirt. That's her before pregnancy and everything. She had a big butt. I'm sure she paid for it. I'm leave that be. But we do see as a type. So Tristan went to court for an emergency hearing to put a gag order on his baby mama because he does not want her out here speaking about what's going on between them. I think of that text but the text was in the paperwork of the first lawsuit of her suing him for paternity. and child support. So I don't think she really leaked it per se to social media or whatever. But he like, I want a gag order, so that she can't talk about what's going on. Put your penis on gag order. If your penis wasn't talking to vaginas, you wouldn't be in the situation. Your penis is the one that needs a gag order, that needs a condom, that needs to be put away. Put your penis away. Okay. Now, it's weird to me that he wants to gag. I feel like he really wants Chloe to not hear the lies he probably told this lady about him and her. Okay. It's like, sir, we know she's pregnant. She had a baby on December 2nd, a little boy. So, like, there's nothing else for us to hear. The fact that we know for a fact, or allegedly a fact, allegedly, because of the text, that you wanted her to not even had a baby in some shape, way, or form. You wanted to pay her these $75,000 to not have you involved in this child's life, or for her to not have a baby. We know the worst already. If it's worse things that come out than that, you need your ass beat, sir. Gag order on your penis, okay? Now I feel like this girl gonna write a book. She gonna we look, we have not heard the last from her, because again he offered her $75,000 to not have this baby and told her, look, I will not be involved. Well, if you do not want to be involved, if you want to be an absentee father, don't try to gag order me, okay? Gag order yourself. Okay, Tristan ain't shit. He does not shit. He gets on my damn nerves all the time. All the time. Okay. Now let's move on from there. Let's get on to Nene and April Jones. Stand next to that man because y'all dating. That is what happened with both of these ladies. Okay. So there's two separate situations going on here. We have Nene and Bald Man here, April Jones and Bald Man here. Okay. The bald black man with beards is out here busting down bitches every day. Okay, I'm just matching words. Anyway, so let's start with April. Okay, now y'all know April Jones is the baby mama of Marianne. She was pictured with Tay Diggs. Okay, now let's see the video. Now let's replay that video with me next to it. Okay, I want to say a couple of things about this. I feel like someone, I'm gonna read it. Someone for sure called the paparazzi, because this location doesn't even look like a place that would have paparazzi. Okay, how would they know to come out the same time that Tay is with April Jones? Okay, I feel like someone said, "Hey, we're gonna be here. Come and get some pictures about this right here." And the fact that both Tay, okay, I'm gonna remove that. I want to say this: it's weird to me when we have celebrities, or just people or whatever, who are just seen somewhere and everyone then say they're dating. Tay Diggs was with April Jones. They're dating. That's her boyfriend. That's his girlfriend. They bumping uglies. They go together. And I'm like, maybe not. Now I do not know why Tay Diggs and April Jones are together. Could she be on the next season of All American? I don't know. I always thought Tay Diggs was married, but I think he may have gotten divorced recently. And I'm like, I do think he has dated Asian women, or am I getting it mixed up with Terrence Howard? I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm like, just because that lady was with that man at a restaurant, they may not be dating. But again, who called a paparazzi? Who wanted this to be a story? Who needed some attention? I mean, I'm not gonna say who needed some attention. What I will say is sometimes we don't hear from people unless they with some man, and that may be who needs attention, because some other people is on TV shows or whatever. But sometimes the only time we hear about certain people, okay, is when they are at restaurants going out with men who may be single. The last time we seen somebody was with Dr. Dre, and now we see them with our young boy Tay. So I don't know. Okay, it could be not. I'm not sure. Now on to the second bald man right here, okay? Baldy Gonzalez, okay? So we see Nene picture with this man right here, okay? Now stand next to this man because y'all dating now. And we see Nene all hugged up, hold on to that man. I'm like, what is he? The slippers, okay? The sandals he's wearing. I'm gonna leave that be because I think that man's from Liberia. So, sometimes in other countries or whatever, they do wear sandals, regularly. But we see Peter here too, and it's called Miami Nights. Now, we also had a video of these two. That's a short 10-second video, but let's watch. Again, let's watch it again. So the man hand that she's holding, okay, I'm on the man hand she holding right here is that man's hand, okay, and that's Nene holding that man's hand. We see them sitting next to each other. She's in the flowery outfit. He's in the flowery outfit as well. They must go together. Okay, that's her man. Okay, stand next to that man. Y'all go together now. So this was a whole thing on social media. Shout out to the Hollywood girl, no, to the neighborhood talk who caused this video. Now I went and found this man. Okay, I went and found this man because I like finding people to see what else is going on. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Okay, to go to this man's IG page that I found on social media. Okay, now let me pop it in so y'all can see what I see. Do you see what I see? Yes, yes, I do. Okay, so his name is Yoni. Now Yoni is a designer, as we see, the clothing designer in North Carolina and in Atlanta. Okay, he does custom men's clothing. Okay, now I was like, what is this man doing? We see him with Peter. Okay, this is 4 days ago. No matter how busy you're, I think you mean you are. You can't make your start get your English together. Always make time for your real friends. So we see him and Peter together. Okay, we see that. Now I want to show y'all a couple. Now, first of all, he is a zaddy. Okay, he dresses really nice. He makes great clothes. Okay, what you wear is how you present yourself to the world, especially today. Okay, so again, some sliding slippers. Okay, looking all good and stuff. Now I want to show, we got him walking in motion, okay, showing off his suits. Why? Because he's a custom suit designer for men. That's his store, okay. I'm gonna come in my tight suit, okay, in my brown slacks, look like leggings, okay, in my little slippers, not slippers, those are loafers. But again, I'm gonna show y'all all my stuff. Again, it's great clothing for men, okay. You see it? Yes, it looks nice. Okay. So again, we see these things. Now, there was a post on I don't know what site it was, but it was this picture and it said, "Oh, Nene commented." Now, this is what I say: how people crop things to make it seem like it's one thing and not the other. Okay, as we see right here. Okay, right here we see it's the photo of him and it's nice little little outfit or whatever. And the comments that Nene made, we see it's right there, right there. Now the caption, the full caption says, the moment you think you know something, inside out is the moment you keep listening. That's when you go backwards faster than you progress. He then said, comment yes if you like our new Naomi Couture sweatsuit I'm wearing in this photo. And Nene then said, I like all of it with hearts. Now, I'm not saying Nene wasn't shooting her shot. Not saying that. However, just seeing the top parts of this, okay, and then seeing Nene's comment like this, I like it all. I like all of it. It do make it seem like, oh, that's a man. Something going on, okay? But again, this man out here in these streets in these tight ass pants, okay? Okay. He looks like nice young man, okay? Nice little young man. Well, I always. But again, pants too tight for me. Okay, legging jeans. I love that jacket though. That jacket is fine. Oh, I love it. Ooh, gotta get right. I mean, I have to show someone this man's stuff. Uh, but yeah. So the reason I think we see now we also see him up here with Wyclef. Okay, Wyclef Jean. Okay, and this is him in 2018. Okay, so again, he been customizing shit for a while. We see it with his son. Okay, and there was another video of him with Peter. I believe him and Peter round here. Okay, this was 6 weeks ago. Okay, Peter just talking.
I got him. I'm murdered right now. I'm murdered him. But it's my man from Charlotte. Y'all know that he dressed me for everything fly that I wear. Okay, and he has this new spot in Atlanta. Okay, his new couture house, which is dope as hell. Just giving y'all a look. There's some.
Okay, so as we see, he's now in Atlanta with his shop. So again, I'm not saying Nene not dating this man. I'm not saying she may not be out here trying to get a little piece, or he may not be trying to get a piece of her. Okay, what I'm saying is maybe it was just they was at an event at the same time. Maybe that man was out here trying to just get his stuff on or whatever. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. And again, as he's consistency breeds champions, always dressed to impress. I guess so. You're gonna say that, sir. But again, he out here looking luxurious, walking on a beach. And this was him on vacation, as he say. Okay. This was in August. Okay. In the little suits, walking bald headed and all. Okay. So again, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is, he wants some attention. So I feel like pop back on screen. Um, could they be dating? Yes. It's absolutely positive. It's absolutely possible that they could be dating. Okay. Why? Because people do things that they're not supposed to do or who they supposed to do it with. Now the whole thing was is Nene moving too fast after Greg dying? I don't know. But I also don't know is she dating this man? Okay. Because again, he is friends with Peter. And again, this hug to me is like I don't know if they dating, but they close to each other. Okay. But he's a friend of Peter's, so who knows? Nene hanging out with Peter more. Maybe she's getting to know him more. If he around in a few more flicks and him and her together at different events, then I'm gonna say, Nene, this is a pattern. You've been spotted with this man 18 times now. That's your boyfriend. Y'all go together. Get out of my face. Okay. So let's move on from staying next to a man because y'all dating now. Let's go on to, send a fake ass non-visual apology from Erica Mena about the robbery. Now y'all know Safari and Erica's house was broken into. Okay. They weren't there. It was cameras being there. Now at that time, Erica blamed this woman here, okay? And I can't remember her name. What is it? Miss Mahoney, okay? Erica blamed Miss Mahoney, saying she had something to do with she was in possession of stolen items that was stolen from Erica and Safari's house. And she accused that lady of stealing. She accused that lady of being a part of the robbery. She accused that lady of having stolen goods all over social media to all her followers or whatever. But today, she put up a whole I'm sorry post. The thing I hate about this is what I call a non-visual apology from Erica about from robbery because can't nobody read this shit. Okay, the words too small. Now, I can read cursive writing. I fully can. I don't trust anyone's apology who uses font that I have to squint my eyes, okay, blow it on up to read what it say. When you are really sorry for something, you don't have a non-visual apology. This to me is a non-visual apology. Okay, that's what that is. That's what she did. Meaning you don't really want to say sorry because usually if you want to say sorry, you put it in plain clear text so that everyone can see it and read it. Okay, I don't want to. I'm gonna go blind reading this shit. Okay, but luckily somebody else transcribed it. Okay, so what she said was last May. After our home was burglarized and some of my property stolen, I was informed by a number of sources that an individual named Christy Mahoney, I believe is our name is pronounced, had been seen in possession of my stolen property under circumstances that suggested she knew it was stolen. And I posted statements to that effect on my Instagram account. I have since learned that the information I received about Ms. Mahoney was not accurate. Okay. And so I wish to now take this opportunity to retract my earlier assertions concerning Ms. Mahoney. To be clear, I no longer have any reason to believe that Christy Mahoney has ever or no, was ever in possession of property she knew to be stolen from me, or that she had anything at all to do directly or indirectly with the robbery of our home. I apologize, Miss Mahoney. Now again, would y'all have known any of that from this shit right here? No, because you can't really read that shit because it was a non-visual apology from Erica. Okay, now this is Miss Mahoney. Out here. Now she has her own, I think her own tattoo or spa place. Okay, this is the only picture I could find of her where she wasn't like ass naked or kind of naked or my IG. So she saw the post and her reply was, "Girl, bye." Because the shade room posted Erica's apology, and she then said, "Girl, bye." Okay. Now the caption on her post said, "I am aware of an apology from Erica. I have nothing to say. Please contact my attorney for any further conversation, name and number there. God bless." What she said was, "You accused me of stealing. You accused me of having something to do with your stuff being stolen. And since that's how you feel, don't talk to me, bitch. Talk to my lawyer." Who? Her lawyer. Because you can't accuse me. So then I told you then I ain't do shit. You can't poking, saying, "Yes, I did." This is why you have to be careful when you accuse folks of stuff publicly. Because if they can say you ruined my reputation, you defame me, they can then sue you. And I fully believe the reason Erica put up this apology, this non-verbal one, was to make it seem like I'm gonna take all of the criminalness of what I said out. I'm gonna apologize and say it wasn't her. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I want to clear my name. I didn't mean any of it. I had no idea. I no longer have any reason to believe, girl. Talk to her lawyer today. Okay, so I'm sure this will progress further. I'm sure my lights will burn. I'm sure lawyers will probably sue Erica, whatever. Erica, like, I'm trying to get this love hip hop money. Leave me be. Okay, leave me be. But we can't because you cannot be accusing folks of certain things. Okay, but that's on her. Anyway, let's go to days of a host's life. Okay, the testimony of Jussie. Now, I feel like we are aware that the courts do not allow cameras in the court for this. All we have is the Twitter feeds of the gentleman who's telling us what happened. So let me read y'all what happened in court with Jussie today. Okay. Well, yesterday, because I don't do this on Tuesday. I'm on Wednesday. So, from the bottom up, okay. Smollett just denied under oath of anything. I'm sorry. Stop. Wait, no, you know what? First, I want y'all to like the video. See, I need some water. Okay. So, from the bottom up, I believe Smollett just denied under oath any of the planning with the Ansario brothers. Tells Dan Webb he didn't tell them to use slurs, didn't tell them to buy red hats, didn't do a dry run. Okay. Then say, I was texting, smoking weed while driving. Okay, Smaller testifies was the only strange or wrong thing going on when he had the brothers in his car during the alleged plan and dry run. Now I believe this top message is a part of the other one. It said, because if I'm not mistaken, Smaller interrupts Special Prosecutor Dan Webb as Webb was reading aloud one of Smaller's messages that had N word in it. Nigga. Smaller then said, "Can you spell or say the N word out of respect for every African American in this room? You've been saying that word a lot." And then Webb said, "I don't intend to do that, sir." It was typo. "You can read your messages aloud." Smaller then reads some messages. So I think this whole thing of him saying, "Look at me. I'm older. I do not understand Instagram." Special Prosecutor Dan Webb tells Smaller in the court in a lighter moment in court. Smaller testifies about private messages on the night of the attack. Okay, boom. We got that. Let's go on right here. Smaller testifies that he has permanent scars. Okay, permanent scars in the black eye after attack. Prosecutor asked him if he was aware how he looked. Okay, how he looked during GMA interview shortly after attack, but perhaps implying he looked good. Okay, he looked good. Smaller says he had hair and makeup and lighting. And we know hair, makeup, and lighting helps a lot. Okay. Smaller says he was attacked. He wasn't worried about a session. Oh wait, it's out of line. Girl, these I don't know how these verses look weird or whatever. Um, Top to bottom. I'm sorry, y'all. Smaller testified that he repeatedly found a message when Bola Osundario on night of attack to talk training and scheduled at 9:30, a session next day. Prosecutor then said, "Well, why didn't the brother never show up at 8:30? I mean 9:30. Okay, and why did no message show a 9:30 session? It was not indicated." Smaller then says he was attacked, wasn't worried about the session, which is the reason why he didn't call the man about why he did not show up. The prosecutor then pushed and said, well, if that's the case, there was nothing to show that a session was planned or scheduled in your text. And Smaller then said, well, no text show a hoax was planned either. Okay, I'm like, that was smart, because if the prosecutor say, hey, we don't see Nene texting your phone showing that you planned a 9:30 session with these people. Okay, that's true, but guess what it also don't say? That I planned a hoax of an attack. I didn't do that either. Okay. Now on to the conversation about his face. When he said he had good lighting and hair and makeup, and I'm saying he had a black eye and scarring on his face. He then say, well, I heard. Wait, they out of order. Because one thing said, well, you're saying that you scarred up, but the doctor then said it wasn't no scar. But I guess I didn't get that part. But anyway, that was all he really said in court today. Now he did say, he's charged with 6 low-level felony counts of lying to the police. If he's convicted, okay, he faces 2 years, no, a few years in prison. But because Jussie does not have a record, he might get probation. What's dumb is he could have paid 30 grand and got probation 3 years ago. But now you in court, cost more money for lawyers than you could have had 3 years ago. Okay. Now they also brought up how he's some legal analysts argue that there are exaggerating factors. Smollett allegedly lied about a hate crime, and also the city of Chicago spent thousands of man hours investigating, and both sides' arrests. Closing arguments are scheduled for Wednesday. And he said, Matt said, I asked Jussie what he was thinking on the way out of court, and he just put his fist up in the air, meaning black power. Black power. Look, it's sad, okay? Because Jussie could have easily kind of got out of this a couple years ago, but he wanted to keep playing. He wanted to be sure to say, I didn't do nothing. It's not it's not me. It's not a hoax. Look, I'd rather pay and not have to deal with all the bullshit of a trial, because now the jurors can still feel like he did that shit. Okay, he did a shit and he's guilty. And so now he has to wait and see, what they think about what he did. Girl, look, y'all in the comments section, I need y'all to put yes, Jussie's guilty, or no, he's innocent. How many of y'all feel like he didn't do this? How many of you feel like the brothers, okay, were the ones who made all this happen and he's a victim? Okay, let me know what y'all think. Anyway, I am done with this bit of gossip chatting, okay, some foolishness shit of the chat, because again, it is what's going down. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all later. I will see you when I see you.